Alright guys, Papa Pepper here, once again with another episode of the Wild Man's Wild Friends. This one happens to be a stick insect. We grew up calling them walking sticks. There's another number of varieties around the world, and even Wisconsin, Arkansas, places I've lived. Now they are a large order of insects that can be found worldwide on every continent except for Antarctica. And in fact, there's so many different variations of them that in the island of Borneo, there's over 300 species there alone. So what they're going to normally do is have a built-in camouflage where they mimic, or look like pretty much sticks. Sometimes they look more leaf-like. But you can see this guy here. I mean, when he's on a tree or in a bush on some branches, he's going to blend in pretty well. Now he does have those two red parts on his back there, and then mostly brown with some greens too. Long insect. In fact, the longest insect in the world is a type of walking stick, a type of stick insect. Now these guys are going to be found usually out in the forests, in bushes, trees, shrubs, stuff like that. They're herbivores, so they eat leaves, stuff like that. They're not going to be found eating other insects. I think it might be drinking the sweat off of my body right now. It's hot out here. Seems to be drinking it anyway. Not really afraid of getting bit by them. They do have little mouths. Could bite. I've never been bit by one. Sometimes they'll mimic scorpions or things like that. You try to grab it, sometimes it'll raise its tail up. Some people think they sting. I've never found that to be true. Some do secrete different odors or stuff like that, but these guys are pretty chill. I grew up playing with them as a child and still checking them out now. We'd have them up in Wisconsin. Sometimes you find just the tiny little baby ones where there'd be little yellow guys or little green guys. So what else? These guys, they do lay eggs, and then they hatch from eggs. They hatch out like smaller versions of themselves, and some species actually, the female doesn't need to mate to be able to lay eggs that are able to hatch, which is pretty strange to think about, that they don't need to mate or fertilize eggs to reproduce. But that's true of some kinds. So chances are you guys have some sort of these somewhere by you. This happens to be one species here in Arkansas, and like I said, I've been able to find them pretty much wherever I've lived. This guy's pretty big. He's gonna be about a 4-inch body, so longer if you stretched out the front legs. But pretty cool guys. I always like playing with them and checking them out, and nice to see them around. Just another cool, interesting designed creature. It doesn't really pose a threat to us. Some people think they're creepy and crawly, but they don't really pose a threat, then I'm not really too concerned about, fighting them or anything like that. So, just another one of the Wild Man's Wild Friends. Papa out.
As always, I'm Papa Pepper, and I'd like to remind you, don't post for free. If you'd like to be part of a revolution in social media, an economic power to the people, where users can actually blog for cryptocurrency, then I'd recommend that you check out steemit.com and join the revolution. Papa out.